Alright, so it looks like it was just an issue with the audio input capture. Muting that solved the problem. Amazing. Simply amazing. Okay, so we are going to be doing this quest. I'm not going to ride all the way from here.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
To Riften, because I'm not crazy. We'll go to Falkreath.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Falkreath to Riften is reasonable.
Ready to go yet?
Yeah, I just paid. Go. Drive. Go. It just works. Smarter Sims. I know that's something that EA Maxis coined for the Sims 3 or Sims 4, and Alchess Breach took it. And well, I think it makes sense to say that in situations where
Did you see a dog out there?
oh, for fuck's sake. No.
Oh well. The blacksmith is offering a reward for a dog he saw on the road. I was hoping you'd seen it. I guess I'll stay on the
You can go away now, it's fine.
Keep your nose clean while you're here, outsider.
Using meta knowledge, this character will not do any other Daedric beings, Daedric quests. I can't remember if Clavicus Vile is, I don't think he's in the Four Corners. Let's see, the evil Daedra, the bad Daedra are Hermaeus Mora, Mehrunes Dagon, no, not Hermaeus Mora. Ugh! Let's try that again. The four bad Daedra, Sheogorath, Mehrunes Dagon, Malakath, and Molag Bal. Okay, so that's Mehrunes Dagon, Molag Bal, Malakath, and Sheogorath. Hermaeus Mora, I've read somewhere that he might be the anticipation of Nerevar. So we will be doing Hermaeus Mora's quest in this game, in this playthrough. In fact, what... Okay, we are the correct level, in fact, to meet with Septimus Cygnus, who is the one who gives us that quest. He gives us the quest, and Hermaeus Mora just kind of giddily, you know, encourages us to carry on with it, or whatever, what have you. Yeah, a little too slow on the draw there. What is that? It's not a Minotaur, is it? I'm not using the Minotaur's mod anymore. Oh my god, it's a spider. It's worse than a Minotaur. I was using Minotaur's mod a while ago, and I really like the Minotaurs. And I think that they, you would find them in Falkreath, because Falkreath is right next to Bruma, which is in Cyrodiil. The problem with that is, in the base game Skyrim, you don't find Minotaurs. I don't think you even find Minotaurs in Bruma. Back in, at least not in the Elder Scrolls 4, I don't remember finding them there.
Over here.
Oh look, a kitty cat. Please don't do that. Get out of the way. Take your potions. Where are you, miserable pissant? Because I'm a smart guy. I'm a professor. Bad kitty. These are not worth any money, are they? Now remember, this character is forbidden from using the summon gold spell. Which for most people is probably like, eh, I don't use that mod anyway. Well, I use it very casually in very casual playthroughs. I use it very liberally on casual playthroughs. This playthrough, we are not using that mod.
There you are.
Ooh, a Dunmer.
Are you prepared to die?
Excuse me? God, I love being a mage. Are you prepared to die? Immediately proceeds to crumple on the ground. No, but I believe that you are. How much is that worth? 50. That's not even worth the space it'll take up in my inventory. What's this mage got? Mage characters usually have some interesting loot. You know, in the form of some potions and ingredients for herbalism and things like that. Well, let's go and unlock this gate. You know what I think of Skyrim set to the backdrop of Morrowind soundtrack? Chef Kiss. It's perfect. It's perfect. Look, base vanilla Skyrim is a good game. Skyrim with the DLC is a great game. Modded Skyrim with elements from the older games makes it a masterpiece. And the reason why, even after Starflop came out, and it's been out for almost a month now, people are still flocking to Skyrim because it's a better role-playing experience. It's a filled, beautiful world. Look at this. Even if you can't climb all that, look how gorgeous that is. There's trees, all the attention to detail, and it's like, it seems like devs, I'm sorry to say it because I'm not trying to hate on anyone or hate on the profession. It seems like devs just don't have it in them anymore. They're just like, eh. They don't take their time. They don't love what they do anymore. It's all about getting those, you know, the shareholders investment points or whatever. Honey, I'm in Dunmer, okay? Fire does not hurt me. Stupid bitch. Does she have anything on her?
Oh, I knew it.
That's all you got.
Come on, hag. reason. Well, I got skooma. Not that this gun's gonna do anything. What? Why is she floating? Why is she floating? I don't think that was supposed to happen. I drank the scuba and she started floating. I don't think that was supposed to happen. That was not in the script. Oh, hell no. Meridia, you have good intentions, but the Dunmer do not serve thee. You know what? Fine.
A new hand touches the beacon. Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temple. A darkness that you will destroy.
Uh-huh.
Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreath.
And
I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
Meridia, for those who don't know, is the big good. She helps the good guys in the ESO, like the main campaign, because there's the story and then there's like the main like the Daedric quest that's like supposed to be more, I forget what they call it, but it's supposed to be more challenging than the regular game, but it's really not. Oh, for fuck's sake. I had that. I had it. Thank you. Just take all that. The break of dawn. You know, I feel bad for Meridia. She gets a bad rap. She gets a bad rap because she's kind of commanding, and she has that domineering voice, that Knight Commander Meredith voice. You will go to Kilcreath. You will go to GameStop and request Bambi for the PlayStation 2. There will be dire consequences if you fail. So help me if you fail. If you come back empty-handed. Just picturing Meridia looking like a giant green M&M. Look, it's Elder Scrolls. We have gods eating other gods and pooping out new Daedra. We have tribunal people who are apparently hermaphrodites. We have ghost dwarf people who disappeared themselves and also had robots and computers way, way, way back in the day. So I don't think that it's too far-fetched that the Daedric Lady of Light looks like a giant green M&M. I'm using the justification for this character, and I think maybe I need to do a little like asterisk, like a little side note with this character, because I had already typed up the conditions for this conduct run, which you can read in the description of this video and all the other videos, plus the mods being used. I'm not listing every mod in this game because there's some mods I'm not using, but obvious ones like Blaze of Eventide, that's a given. Let's see, what else? The Fourth Unknown's monster and weapon replacers, things like that. Those will obviously be listed. I think I have put on there, we're not worshiping any of the 9 divines, but just the good 3 Daedra. Now, even though I'm going to undertake Hermaeus Mora's quest, with the meta knowledge in lore, and I'm assuming my character knows this because he's a Dunmophile, he loves his people, he loves his history, his culture, he would know that Hermaeus Mora is seen as the anticipation of Nerevar, who was the husband of Amalexia. See? Now, I know you're thinking, well, Meridia is not part of the tribunal or anticipations. We don't know. Well, she's not part of the tribunal. We don't know if she's an anticipation yet in lore or not. But here's the thing. Most other races, especially the Altmer and the human races, regard Dunmer as strange, if not outright evil, for worshipping Daedra, because other people are like, ew, Daedra, and especially the Daedra they choose to worship. Mephala. Yes, murdering your best friend is a great idea, I approve. Boethiah, killing the sick and infirm and taking their stuff, great idea, I approve. Even Azura, the supposed Lady of Mercy, is not that nice of a lady. She's very spiteful, very petty. She can hold a grudge, and I feel like Boethiah and Mephala are afraid of her, not the other way around. I'm using the asterisk here that because I'm a Dunmer and I already worship 3 questionably good Daedra, that even though I'm not worshipping Meridia, I'm just helping her out for a reward, which in this case Mephala would approve. It's fine. I'm already, worshipping Daedra. People who are not Dunmer look down on me like, oh, weirdo. Like pagan weirdo. What's that term that they use? Apostate. Or heathen or whatever. So, as we're not worshipping any of the 9 divines, and we're not worshipping any of the non-Good Daedra. Now, basically, what does that mean? How do you worship gods in the Elder Scrolls games? You pay tribute at their shrine. You pay tribute and you pray at their shrines. Daggerfall, you could pay a priest and be blessed in favor of that said god, like Julianos or Akatosh or the hell is that lady? Mara, Debilla, whatever. Now, things are a bit different. There's an imp. Things are a bit different now. There's shrines, little altars you go to. You just click on it and accept this boon, yes, and then all diseases cured, blah blah blah. Then you get a temporary power-up from whatever shrine you prayed at, regarding whatever, deity that you prayed to, or gave an offering to. Because we're not just playing the game, right? This is some immersive RPing we're doing. Oh my god. Is that a bear? I'm done. I'm done with the enemies. Just go away. I just want to have a nice little... Oh, Jesus Christ on a cracker. No,
Someone there?
You fight the bear. Leave that farmer to his doom. Oh my god. The enemy music won't stop. Excuse me? Why are you crouching? There. Now you're all dead. How do you like that? You fucked out. You fucked around and you found out. Come here, bitch. Come here. Time to die. You fucked around and you found out. Jesus Christ, that was an animal orgy of fun fuckery. Anyone else want to get killed? Imps? Goblins? Trolls? Dwemer automatons? No? Look, I was following the roads too. And they still came out to try to kick my ass. Oh, I hope there's not a Spriggan down here. Yes, I'm such a hardcore deep RPer that I, when the game suggests you follow the roads, I follow the roads. I have deep total immersion in my game. Wait, where the hell are we? Son of a bitch. Heartwood Mill. Well, at least we're on the right track. We're on the right track to Riften. I tried avoiding those bears, and it was a fruitless endeavor. They're like, no. Sorry, bitch. We're hungry. We're gonna try killing you and eating you. And that Bosmer, I think, is a random Imperial courier. I have no idea what purpose he serves in the game, that NPC. Because it's not the same type of courier that you're supposed to ambush when you play for the Stormcloaks, so I don't know. So when you talk to me, just says, can't talk, have important deliveries to make. And then that's that. Man, everything here is just aggressive. Okay, we will have to go here at some point. Doing the Thieves Guild quests and whatnot. And I know you're thinking, you already did the Thieves Guild on the Dwemerologist playthrough. Why are you gonna do that again? Well, look, I didn't do the Dark Brotherhood of this one. I killed him. See? I don't always do things the same. Wow, that was like really bright. What time is it? 10 a.m. I'm just proudly walking around in my Dark Brotherhood clothing. That gate is locked. When you first arrive at Riften, it's locked. Even if you come around the back way, they force you to go through the front gate. Just a little FYI in case you didn't know.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Relic.
Azura's wisdom to you, friend.
Let's see what you got.
Everything I've got on display, really. I really appreciate what you've done for me. I'll never forget it.
Okay, lad. Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Ingredients, I'll have them all.
Everyone!
I realize that I took
amazing to show you that demands
a,
your attention. No pushing, no shoving. Plenty of room. You need to hear this.
I took a
Come on, Brynjolf.
Whatchamacallit.
What is it this time?
Patience, Branche. This is a rare opportunity, and I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you
I'm gonna save it because I might get
about
caught.
the wisp essence. And it
I
turned
took
out
a
crushed
unusual
nerve
gem
with water.
while already
It was a
having
simple
one.
misunderstanding. But this item is the real thing. Lads and lasses, I give you Falma Blood Elixir.
Oh, come on. Are you talking about the snow elves?
The one and only. Mystical beings who live in legends. And were masters of great magic. Imagine the power that coursed through their veins.
You little thief!
Oh. I knew it. I told you that was going to happen.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item is the real thing. Lads and lasses, I give you Falma Blood Elixir.
Oh, come on.
Do I have any potions of invisibility?
Are you talking about the snow elves?
One and only. Mystical beings who live in legends and were masters of great magic. Imagine the where that coursed through their veins.
Where'd you get that then? No one's seen them in years.
My sources must remain a secret for their own protection. Well, I see my time is up. Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
All right.
What a waste of time.
Damn. I knew I shouldn't have waited.
Looking to stay alive?
Beautiful
Why
baubles
take a
and
chance?
gleaming gemstones. over
Looks like I
here.
chose the right person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch. Nah. My organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it. All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Looking to stay alive?
Okay. So I don't like how the prompt lags
Buy some armor and
like
let me
that,
tell
and
about it.
like how they just kind of stand there staring at you instead of like immediately, you know, moving on and doing. Oh, that's the dead body I hid down there.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
Buying and selling fine
Oh, that's
jewels
Branche
here.
getting arrested. Yeah, they really want to make sure that you do that Creation Club quest. They really went out of their way to stick it right there where you're absolutely going to see it.
I don't know, Trump. They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby?
What was that?
I knew it!
I like how they just casually have money laying out. Hey, that can replace the stolen orcish bow that I've got. Really? Come on. Really?
Everybody pushes me around. Well, no more!
Yeah, because you're dead. You can't push around a corpse. Dum-dum. And that's supposed to be like all mysterious and blah 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 blah. We're not going to be doing this Creation Club content. Another book written by a Dunmer. I shall go ahead and take that. See, if this were Morrowind, this character here would have a unique name. And because I do believe that she's an Imperial, it would be like, well, it'd be an Imperial name. Go ahead and save again. Because there are very few random non-named enemies like or characters. Even hostile NPCs had names. The only random non-named characters were just random monsters. Like even the ash creatures had names. Enemy Dunmer had names. The bandits had names.
Those days are over.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
You could have just asked. You could have just
Time to
asked.
face the truth, old friend. You, Vex, Mercer, you're all part of a dying breed. Things are changing.
I saw you do that, you know.
Well, well. Color me impressed, lad. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize. So, now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me? They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Bersi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization. Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Of course you'll get a cut. We take care of our own. Now, if you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Get going.
I'll just use meta knowledge, it's fine.
I'll be here when you're done.
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay. I assumed you were here to see me about your face. To have it sculpted into something more artful than nature has bestowed upon you. So, are you here as a client? Shall I remake your face? I've not always been a ragged beggar. I learned my art from the masters of the art of flesh sculpture. I studied with the faculty of chirurgeons and Cloudrest. I walked with the hollow-faced men of Notahogra for 3 years. I count the nobility of both the Empire and the Dominion among my clients. And yet, I have fallen so low that I must justify myself to a wanderer in the sewers of this backwater of the world.
Yet you still weren't able to make Mark Hamill look normal.
Until next time.
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon isn't the place.
Okay, bitch.
Come back later. You already know all that I know.
What? I certainly do not. Oh. Strange.
Finish this! I cannot best you!
Really? You think?
Is someone there?
I mean, I could have told you that.
We are routed! Forward!
Like how she just goes flying. It's literally a housewife in a common dress, wielding presumably her husband's, what was that, a mace and a shield? I take exception to that, sir! It charges after me with a mace. Let's see. Oh, I already have a steel sword. Let's get rid of everything that's iron, because it's not really worth anything. And I'm running out of space. I think the treasure hunting in Skyrim is very appealing. Even if you've beaten the game a dozen times, played it modded a dozen times, it's still a fun experience each time. Really? Really? There's still diseased vermin. So we don't have to go that way. We in fact need to go the way we came. Never should have come here. Why are they all hostile? I have the friendly enemies mod, friendly creatures. They are not supposed to be hostile towards me. Really? Little asshole. So that wire was not meant to, like, dissuade vermin, like, skeevers. It was supposed to dissuade human vermin. Rogues, bandits. Looked like she was standing on top of that crate. Aldmeri soldiers, etc., etc. Ooh, look, rotting cheese. Okay. We can go ahead and delete these, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. I like to limit the number of saves that I've got. I'm kind of OCD about that.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian
Looking to stay
craftsmanship.
alive? Why take a chance?
What do you want? I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting. I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you. With the rumors going around about how poorly your guild's been doing, she's become much too bold. I'm not that foolish. The last thing I want is a war with your people. Look, I'm only telling you this because I care for her. Don't mistake this as acceptance for what you do. Kirava has some family at a farm just inside of Morrowind. If you mention you know about it, she might just listen to you. Just please don't harm anyone. I couldn't bear the thought. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
Here for a room or something to... No, and I never will. Now get out of my inn. How could you possibly know about... Please, my family means too much to me. Don't hurt them. Very well. Here. Take this back to Brynjolf and tell him he'll have no more trouble from me.
Very smart lizard. I don't believe we're gonna take Inigo in this time around.
Looking for work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar. Ah, well, I recently approached Sibby Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibby half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibby believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibby for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth.
Stupid Patreon. Alright, here we go. Alright, just uploading a video to Patreon.
Good man. You won't regret it. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften. You'll be well paid for your time. I'm not exactly comfortable around guards or jails. Definitely not when associates of mine have been locked up. No, I'll meet you outside of town. No idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No guard would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission.
Alright.
I'll meet you outside of town.
I'm gonna pause it and get a drink real quick. I'm back. I'm just checking a post that I put here. Okay. Wait a minute. Did I title that correctly? Okay. What for that to upload? I'm uploading Morgan's Drag Race to Patreon now. It's free to watch. You don't need to be a patron. You don't have to pay anything. It's up there to watch for free. I think that's where I'm going to host it from now on, because YouTube... I just have a feeling YouTube is just going to axe the channel, the whole channel, if I upload any more of those.
Please, don't take the statue. You have my statue. What are you going to do with it? Not Lady DeBella. No, please, I can't lose her. I get the message. Here, take your gold. I hope you choke on it.
Oh no, you're the one from Brynjolf's outfit, aren't you? Oh, there's no need for that. I know why you're here. Tell Brynjolf not to worry about it anymore. Oh, and look, I even have the payment I owed. Here, take it.
chance.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
I wonder who that one dark elf works for. Because he sleeps at the bunkhouse, but his day-to-day routine involves him chopping up and carrying wood throughout the city. So I wonder who his employer is. I think he works for, wait, I think he replaces that, wood elf sometime. So I think maybe he works for Maven Blackbriar.
So, job's done and you even brought the gold. Best of all, you did it clean. I like that. Dumping bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive. Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about? Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the Guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. You do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Goldenglow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. If so, let him prove it. Goldenglow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Hmm? Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lad. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin. So don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. The guild depends on an arrangement of influential people to keep things running smoothly. Without them at our backs, we'd be in serious trouble. Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke. I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits. We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arengoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arengoth and bring in a huge payout. Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the 4th Era in prison. Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arengoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place. Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
So we're gonna do this quest for a bit more. I'm definitely not gonna become a devotee of Nocturnal.
Before we begin, I want to make 2 things perfectly clear. 1, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And 2, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Easy, huh? So, should I just hand you purses of coin, or are you gonna work to earn your keep? Let me give you a small bit of advice. Nothing in this line of work is easy. If it was, every dreg in the Ratway would be robbing Riften blind. If something's being handed to you on a silver platter, then there's a catch. Steal the platter instead. You get it? Then we understand each other. Good. Now, it's time to get your feet wet, and I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here. Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck. You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh? There's nothing more I can teach you.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baranzaya. Not like that, it isn't. The stone was pried off of Baranzaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to cover his tracks. I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity.
USSEP.
Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well, until now. Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit. And no one wants these stones unless they have the whole set. Tell you what, if you find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck. Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected. Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him. Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded. Are you kidding me? Ever since the guild's luck turned sour, we haven't had a coin to our name. And when the coin dried up, that's when people started to leave. We had the best of everything down here. The Ratway was a damn palace. The only way this place will ever return to its glory days is if we can finish these extra jobs and start the gold flowing again. The Flagon was once a city beneath the city. We had our own smith, our own alchemist, you name it. If we can make a name for ourselves in Skyrim once again, I can almost promise you those merchants would return. Best of all, we'd have enough gold to throw around so we could start living in the lap of luxury again. If you're ever in need of some quick coin for items you find on the job, Tanelia is the best fence around. And besides myself, Delvin, Niruin, and Vipper can help you with any sort of training you might need to sharpen your skills.
Allegedly.
You've already learned all I can teach you.
No, you're full of shit.
Hey, I still have plenty of work to do here.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right? See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet. Look around you. The Flagon, the guild, it's all falling apart. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead. Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed. I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose. Watch yourself out there. The mercenaries are in Goth hire to train killers. Just ask our poor little Vex.
Then why is it I'm able to cut through them like a hot knife through butter?
Years ago, the guild used to have a foothold in every major city in Skyrim. You wouldn't dare even lift an apple without checking with us. When things started going downhill around here, it became difficult to keep it all together. We lost fences, influential contacts, and coin. It wasn't long before we lost what we depend on to survive. Respect. By doing these extra jobs and putting some fear into the people, we can take back the cities and start being taken seriously once again. Thanks to Maven Blackbriar, we still have some pull in Riften, but get arrested in Whiterun and you'll be tossed right into the prisons. If we gain the confidence of someone very influential who lives there by doing a unique job for them, we'll be able to have some leverage there too. The only way we get that special job is by doing smaller ones in those cities until we catch their ear. Then, they'll contact me, and we're off. If you're looking to get some coin for the fruits of your labor, you should talk to Tanelia. She sounds tough, but she'll cut you a fair deal. I also suggest you spend some time in the training room. Just talk to Vipper. He'll show you around. The only way this guild's gonna continue to grow is by taking extra work.
So you're the new recruit, huh? Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get very well acquainted. I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee. Sure, how about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us. Good. Then there isn't much more to say. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use.
What a bitch.
Usual guild rate. Let's take a look at them.
It's okay, she's just tsundere. Is that what it's called? Tsundere? Wait, is that a Morrowind cloak?
Well, you could always speak to Delvin or Vex if you're looking for extra work. Or if you're looking for training, we've got plenty of it down here. Delvin, Vex, Neroin, and Vipper can give you a leg up on that.
Allegedly.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Ready for some work, or are you just gonna wander around all day? You've already learned all I can teach you.
Oh, that is such a fucking lie. The game isn't letting me learn lockpicking and sneak from these people.
Still have quite a good bit of job. There's nothing more I can teach you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I really wanted to go and get those unusual gems appraised. And, continue that quest. Oh, yep, the Thieves Guild hideout's over here. Has been revealed to us through our membership.
You need to leave now. Come to laugh at the grave tender? If you're trying to ask if I tend the Hall of the Dead alone, then the answer is yes. You think anyone around here is going to lift a shovel to help me? Guess again. Leave the dirty work to old Alessandra. Look, I didn't ask for this job. I got stuck with it thanks to my father. I'd like to make the journey to the Hall of the Dead in Whiterun, and give my ceremonial dagger to Anders, the caretaker. I believe once it's interred with my father's remains, I'll be at peace with his memory. I hadn't asked you because I was afraid you'd say no. I appreciate your help. Here, I'm entrusting you with the dagger. Bring it to Anders and he'll take care of the rest. Be cautious. The pilgrimage to the shrine is not...
I think that was one of the first quests.
Anything else before you... My father was a priest of Archay. All my life was spent around the dead, being forced to learn the proper burial rituals and prayers. I never had any friends. Who'd want to spend time with the weird little girl who hangs around dead people? So I grew up with a miserable trade. This is all I know how to do. Prepare and inter the deceased. A priest of Archay is entrusted with a ceremonial dagger once they've completed their training. It's usually given by the head priest who sanctified the ritual. In my case, the head priest happened to be my father. The thing is, I never wanted to follow in his footsteps. In some ways, I still don't. I had to, for honor's sake, but I had waited too long. My father died before he could see my training to completion. When I finally became a priest, they gave me the new High Priest's dagger, but I already owned my father's. So you see, I have to return it. It breaks tradition, and I need to tell him that I finally did what he wanted. Be cautious. The pilgrimage to the shrine is not an easy
Yeah,
one.
so as I was saying, that's one of the older quests that was implemented in the game.
Do your worst!
Boss music randomly playing. Do your worst! Proceeds to sit there and do nothing. Ah! Dies. Yeah, because I think they left it in because the pilgrimage, assuming you're walking on foot from Riften to Whiterun, which is where the Hall of the Dead there is, technically is perilous, but I think they were, when they were first doing this game, you can see there's lots of quests that don't quite match up, and NPCs that don't match up. And I think it's something to the effect of,
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
they, kept it in,
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
but they didn't really change anything.
Oh, steady.
Because I think originally
Get up there.
the shrine was supposed to be like out in like the wild or something. Kind of like how there's that random, those random shrines to Talos you find out there. Damn it. I'm checking something and... I'll get back to the game really quickly in a minute. I'm just... What? God, I am like having a hard time choosing my words. Must. Okay. I was editing something on my Patreon page. My mind just gets really scrambled when I'm at the computer. I'm trying to think of good, unique words, descriptors to use for these video entries for the description boxes, and I'm just like, I don't think I've ever seen her randomly walking out and about like that.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from
Never mind.
What is it? What has happened to the Gilder Green? I have traveled long here to worship beneath its branches.
It was taken by a lightning strike. Wish I had time to deal with it, but it's hard enough with all these wounded from the war.
Please, don't just let it stay like this. It's disgraceful.
I really don't have time to deal with you right now. Please just let me get back to my work.
But this is supposed to be your work.
Oh.
It is so great.
So, have you gotten Nettlebane back from those filthy hag-ravens yet? Oh, Well, I honestly didn't expect you to come back. Of course I'm glad you did. Now, I don't really want to touch that thing, though. Do you think you could handle the next steps? Eldergleam Sanctuary Grove is to the east of here. You can use Nettlebane to retrieve some of its sap.
Was I correct in hearing that you were traveling to the Grove of the Eldergleam? I am a traveler, a pilgrim.
Oh, a
I
talking
follow the voice
host.
of Kinnereth wherever it can be heard.
Oh, nice.
I've dreamed of seeing Eldergleam for years. Might I travel alongside you? I promise not to get in the way. I thank you for your kindness.
Oh, look, we've got an admirer. Also, remember, while we're here, we are supposed to pop in and visit whatchamacallit, the Hall of the Dead, which is right over here. Oh, there's a commercial for track phone. That's the worst fucking phone service ever. It charges you by the minute. Okay. So these banners are missing their textures.
You and me, we're the only people around who aren't complete fools. She finally decided to return it to her father. Bless her heart. I will make sure this finds its way to his tomb as soon as possible. Thank you for bringing it, my child. The blessing of Arcade be upon you.
Well, that's unexpected. Okay. I don't know that I want to ride my horse all the way from Whiterun to
The finest cuts,
that area of East March. At least I think that's what that region's called. It's called East March. Because you gotta go all the way here. Huh. Actually, it's not that bad. I guess we could ride from there. We're actually a lot closer than I thought we were. Alright. There's no way in hell this guy is going to be able to keep up. And remember that we are taking the long way to reach the sanctuary, or whatever it's called. place with the tree. We have to go past Volthine Tower, or Voltine Tower, whatever it's called, which is this way. You know, I think Oblivion really ruined Elder Scrolls for me and a lot of people because their UI is just so nice. It's just such a pretty UI. It's not this bland, dreary, you know, shit that's become, like, so common. You know, I realized that Morrowind before that had the bland UI, but it had a lot of other good things about it too that kind of made up for it. I don't think we'll ever get such immersive notebook journal user inventory or UI or whatever like that ever again. So we actually are taking the long way. Because the Elder Gleam, whatever it's called, it's only right there. So it's a lot closer than I thought. Take ourselves a little shortcut. Now, the only problem with that shortcut is there is no cobbled path. There is no... I'm gonna kill you. Ah! Well, it's not the Dark Brotherhood. We took care of them. They're not even a faction anymore. How can you take out assassins on someone when the assassins have all been assassinated? Not possible. Not doable. Totally not doable. See, what I want to do, and this is going to sound very weird and strange, but bear with me. I want to go back in time and play Skyrim in the 80s. Just like this, just like I'm doing right now, but in the 80s. Alright. We made it! Okay. Wait for a minute and see if that guy catches up to us. I bet he's dead. Oh, there he is.
had no idea you were a man of violence. What exactly are your intentions in this blessed place? You would violate this marvel of Kinneret's glory to fix that half-breed stump in Whiterun? That's abominable. Barbaric! I'll have no part of this. Why didn't you tell me what you intended? Well, yes. There is something. It won't repair the tree back at the temple, but we could bring them a new one. Follow me. I think I can convince the tree to help us. The Elder Gleam has blessed us with a sapling. You should take it to Whiterun. Danica will want to see that the true blessings of nature lie in renewal, not a slavish maintenance. I believe I'll stay here and bask in Elder Gleam's warmth a bit longer. Good luck on your travels. May Kinneret's wind carry only the sweetest scents. It's like it was in my dreams.
Yeah, so these people here are glorified hippies. Glorified tree-hugging, dendrophiliac hippies. If you choose to use the Nettlebane to forcibly remove the sap from the tree, Spriggans appear and attack, and all the hippies here turn hostile and attack you.
Hello there, friend. You come to enjoy the sights and sounds.
So it's pretty much just a glorified hippie hangout. We're fast traveling under the assumption that we've flagged down a carriage. We are going past the speed limit because we need to get this sapling back to the priestess as soon as possible. In case anybody wants to go, oh, you're fast traveling. You took the long way there, why are you fast traveling now? Because, bitch, that's why.
Blessings of the moon. They'll never see you coming.
Okay, she can train me.
The warm sand of elsewhere is far away from here. Take a look.
I hope that you will come to do business with us again.
Do you have the Elder Gleam sap? But I can't run the temple without the support of people who are inspired by the Gildergreen. How can this little tree bring new worshippers? You're right, of course. It can be hard to hear the winds of Kinneret when all you hear are the rabble in the temple. Death feeds new life. I'm sure that in time, this little sapling will grow into a new Gildergreen that will tower over Whiterun. Thank you. Grace of Kinneret be with you.
Oh, she's a restoration teacher. I did not know that. I mean, the tree doesn't look that bad. Alright, I think I'm going to end it here. It's going on almost 2 hours. I will probably play some other games that are on my list, maybe Dragon Age and KOTOR, and try to wrap those up. So, as always, I will see you in the next one.